I've been producing records for the better part of the last 15 years. I'm in Orlando, Florida. That's where my studio is. I have a vintage 1974 Neve 8048, but it's been modified to have quite a few more channels on it. You pair it with the world's greatest tape machine, the Studer A27. I mean, that's just the way rock and roll is supposed to be. I've always been a big fan of Slash, obviously, and I've been working with Myles for the better part of 14 years, off and on, with different projects he's worked on, and we've stayed really close. Just recently, I just finished the new Alter Bridge record with him.
Myles' record with Alter Bridge came out, and there was a certain sonic quality to that record that I thought was just unbelievable. So I mentioned that to Myles, and he said, well, talk to him.
We got on the phone, we talked for about an hour, I think, first time we ever spoke, and we just really generally discussed our feelings about, music, how I felt about going to the analog domain.
Myles knows I'm very particular about a sort of roots rock and roll kind of approach. I gave Elvis a call and I told him, well, first and foremost, we like to play through the songs, we like to play as live as possible, and we like to play to tape.
Which I informed him I was totally comfortable with that. That's how I started.
And so we hit it off right there.
A month later, he flew me out to LA, and we literally was supposed to just be a meet, and we started diving into songs like within 10 minutes of getting there.
When he came down to pre-production, he just had a certain sense of dynamics which paralleled mine.
And that's kind of when it just clicked, and we took off with it.
He just really had a good understanding of what was happening, plus he has just a great sense of what rock and roll should sound like.
Definitely the producer shapes. We shape the album, I mean, good or bad. This record, I'm trying to push a little bit more for a bit more of a classic sounding album. I'm just kind of pushing him in the direction of taking some chances and being a little more aggressive. That's something that he naturally writes stylistically towards, so I want to capture that. I don't want to water it down, and I think we've really achieved that. There's an extreme energy in all these tracks. We've just had a blast going after it and doing it.
Would be perfect for manual automation too.
That's a perfect guitar for that.
Yeah, we should probably do that next. That as our next song tomorrow.
I assume you want it cleaner than that, though. I think I'm bringing it to that guy that was, a fan of Slash as a kid growing up into adulthood, and I'm making sure that this record would be a record that I would want as a fan of that, and I keep that in mind at all times when we're doing anything, and I think that at the end of the day, that's what's really going to matter the most.